Northern Corridor Highway denied. 49-year-old man who falls 50 feet into an abandoned mine shaft. And your daily weather forecast coming up with highs, lows, and everything you need to know for the days ahead.
You're watching St. George News at 5, brought to you by our studio sponsor, We Win Injury Law.
Good afternoon, I'm Monica McLaughlin. The BLM and U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service denied the Northern Corridor Highway through Red Cliffs National Conservation Area, suggesting improvements to the existing Red Cliffs Parkway instead. A decision met with mixed reactions from conservationists and local officials. Here is Maury Kessler with the story.
On the heels of the election, federal land agencies issued a decision to deny the right-of-way for the long-contested Northern Corridor through the Red Cliffs National Conservation Area. The Bureau of Land Management and the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service issued a joint statement on Thursday that the Utah Department of Transportation's application for the right-of-way for the Northern Corridor had been denied. Among the reasons given for the denial were the destruction of critical desert tortoise habitat, an increased risk of wildfires within the conservation area, and an increase in noxious weeds and invasive plants, and other factors that can threaten the Mojave Desert tortoise if the roadway were built. The decision to deny the application came from a supplemental environmental impact study that came about from a lawsuit sought by conservation groups against the federal government for approving the right-of-way in early 2021. Local and national conservation groups lauded the federal agency's decision to deny the right-of-way for the Northern Corridor, while local county officials say it is disappointing, yet not unexpected. The Washington County Commission will be holding a public town hall on Tuesday night related to the Northern Corridor's denial and what impacts it may have on the county moving forward.
Emergency responders in Iron County successfully rescued a 49-year-old man who fell 50 feet into an abandoned mine shaft, sustaining a serious head injury. The complex 9-hour operation involved technical rope rescue teams and confined space specialists due to hazardous conditions, with the man eventually transported to a hospital for treatment. Alex Gabriel Barajas, a 22-year-old St. George resident, faces 15 charges, including rape, attempted rape, burglary, and witness tampering, following multiple break-ins and assaults at Utah Tech University's dorms. Barajas, identified through surveillance footage, allegedly entered several dorm rooms, assaulted students, and remains in custody without bail. Now we'll take a look at your daily weather forecast, brought to you by Casablanca Resort and Casino. Currently in St. George, it is 56 degrees, and tonight it will dip to around 33 degrees. On Saturday, expect a high of 63 degrees with a low of 37. On Sunday, we will warm up slightly with a high of 68 and a low of 38. Now down in Mesquite, it is currently 67 degrees, and temperatures will reach a low of 40 degrees. Saturday brings a high of 69 degrees and a low of 43, while Sunday's high will reach around 73 with an overnight low near 45. Over in Cedar City, it is currently 41 degrees, and we will see a low tonight of 25 degrees. Saturday is forecasted to reach a high of 54 and a low of 32, while Sunday's temperatures will range from a high of 60 to a low of 36 degrees. Jonathan Ariola and Kyle Thomas Welsh, both 20, were federally indicted for allegedly running a forgery scheme from a St. George motel, defrauding Utah credit unions out of over $150,000. Authorities discovered altered checks, financial cards, and bank drafts, totaling over $435,000 in potential fraud, with both men remaining in federal custody, awaiting their initial court appearance. Thank you for watching St. George News at 5. To learn more about our studio sponsor, We Win Injury Law, go to wewininjurylaw.com. I'm Monica McLaughlin with St. George News, your #1 source for local news.
This has been St. George News at 5, brought to you by We Win Injury Law.